Hi, I'm Desmond.
And I'm Rue.
And I'm Caden, and this is Demon Digest.
We have a lot of stories for you, but let's start with a story about a very unique student athlete.
Being a student athlete is hard enough, but imagine having a little bit more on your plate than every other athlete. Our reporter, Kelsey Bunch, tells us a little bit more about how to juggle sports when something unexpected happens.
This is Kennedy leaving for weights in the morning. It seems like a simple task, but little do we know there's much more to the story. For her, getting up in the morning is as easy as waking up, turning on her lamp, brushing her teeth, and walking out the door. Wrong. Kennedy actually juggles being a D1 athlete and a mother all at the same time. Her mornings are not as simple as turning on the lamp and brushing her teeth. Here she will give us more detail about her daily morning routine.
I wake up at 5 a.m. for weights and I get myself ready, brush my teeth, get dressed, do my hair, and then I go in the kitchen and get Paxton's bottle for the morning, and then I go in and wake him up, give him his bottle, change him, and then we are out the door. I drive him to daycare, drop him off at around 5:30, and then I'm at weights by 5:40ish every morning.
And I should know this because I'm her roommate. Now let's see what her routine looks like after practice. Kennedy then goes to pick Paxton up after practice and they start their nightly routine. This all starts by getting him out of the car and into the house. Then the night begins. She'll give him his bottle as a snack and then she'll figure out what he wants for dinner. And here he is just chilling on the couch drinking his bottle. Next is playtime, and this is very important to do just to get that last little bit of energy he may have before he goes to bed. Then it's bedtime for Paxton, and she does it all over again in the morning. Now we are going to hear from some of the softball players on the team and what they think about Kennedy.
Hi, I am Taylor Williams, and Kennedy has been such an inspiration to me because she's single-handedly the strongest, most hardest working person I know. It's crazy how she went from like her surprise in this miracle of a child and just like absolutely flourished this gift. It's just amazing to watch her grow as a mother and as a player and as a friend.
She's done such a phenomenal job at handling everything and being attentive towards him and still being a good friend and teammate, daughter, just person. Kennedy's an extraordinary human being, to say the least.
For Demon Digest, this is Kelsey Bunch signing out.
Oh, and by the way, she found out she was pregnant at like 3 days before she gave birth. How crazy is that?
That's insane. Desmond, any
Wait,
comments on that one?
What? We'll talk about this later.
Senior students are constantly facing challenges when it comes to the question of what comes next and to deal with copious amounts of stress. Our reporter, Caden Graves, this guy, explores opportunities seniors can take to relieve stress on campus and deal with the common case of senioritis.
Let's talk about it.
Some seniors are consistently struggling with apathy and trying to find stuff to fill the void that is the time between now and graduation. Ainsley, a senior English major, is filling her time with ceramics.
Working it up.
Well, with all of the essays and like assignments that I have to do with my major and it being my senior year in my capstone and such, I really enjoy just having a class where I can sit down for a couple of hours and just kind of like mess around and be in a stress-free environment and just do art.
Many seniors tend to be lacking in academic electives, so why not try something new with an art class for non-art majors?
Clay can be manipulated any way someone sees fit. This can build a lot of confidence when someone is trying to express himself creatively. Unlike the real world that seniors are heading to, clay allows for a lot of mistakes. And if they don't like it, they can just start over.
This creativity can lead to a decrease in stress and a fun break from the normalcy of the average classwork.
I've always been very interested in the arts. That's why I chose English as a major anyway, so I figured that this might just be a good way to get back into that.
The ceramic lab is somewhere where students, especially seniors, can have freedom to express themselves. For Demon Digest, I'm Caden Graves.
NSU offers a ceramic class to all students. It's offered every semester and meets twice a week from 9:30 to 12:30.
It's super fun. I love it.
You might be tempted to stay in your dorm studying for finals, but Demon Digest reporter Teldra Cooper shows different ways students can do to get out of their dorm and hit the books.
So what do you do to get out of your dorm?
Well, NSU is not really too much you can do, but I go to the student union, probably get some food real quick.
Personally, I go to Russell. I like Russell Hall. Can go at like midnight. Pretty great.
All right, good calls, good calls.
Watson Library is one of the most common places where people go to get their work done in between classes to get away from their dorm. Let's get a perspective on the student that goes here all the time and is familiar with the place.
I come to the library to get my work done because if I was at home, it's not going to get done.
Ariana also said that she goes to Watson Library to clear her mind and get things away from being in her dorm all day. This is Watson Library, one place where people go to do their work and catch up on things. We're going to find out what other people like to do around campus to try to get away from their dorm to do their work.
I do work here at the studio instead of at my dorm because my dorm, it's a little too homey, and so I get a little distracted there because I'm way too comfortable there. And here, most other people are usually doing work in here, so it's a very like work-friendly environment, and I get to hang out while doing my work, unlike at the library where I'd just be by myself and then I'd get distracted easier.
Fallon has said she has got a good bit of her work done while she's been in the studio. She says she has got way more done than she ever did at home, and she has been way productive in the studio by herself. It looks like students get most of their work done if they're not in their dorm, whether they're in KNWD studio or in the Watson Library. This is Teldra Cooper signing out for the Demon Digest.
The library is not the only place you can go when getting out of your room. There's plenty of places like Vic's Cafe, Storage Brew on the front street, and empty classrooms in other buildings. You can do and get involved in within the campus. You just have to get up and get out, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. Here at NSU, the football season came to a very unsatisfying conclusion when the season got canceled. But earlier this semester, Demon Digest reporter Loren Seawood got behind-the-scenes look at how the team was working out at Harry Turpin Stadium.
Hello, this is Loren Seawood reporting live from Harry Turpin Football Stadium. This is the football stadium where us at NSU have our games and we also practice. Today I'm going to show you an insight on practice. Now I'm going to send you over to Coach Brad Laird, head coach.
All right, great job mentally, great mindset. Keep that up. All right, parking. All right, y'all probably saw 4 or 5 cops, all right, up there during practice. Guys, make sure, number 1, park in a handicap. All right, and number 2, make sure you park in a parking spot. All right.
I'm here to give you a little insight and intellectual on what we do out here on the field. We do a lot of different various of things that get us through practice. We do a lot of inside in practice. A lot of people wonder what do we do in practice and how do we prepare for games, and I'm going to show you on how we do that, how we prepare mentally, physically. So this is how things go on in practice, and we love the experience that we see out here on the field as we try our best to win games, even though we may come short in some games. But this is Loren Seawood signing off for Comp 2440, hoping that you enjoyed everything that you have seen here today.
The NSU administration is now in search of a new coach, Coach O, to bring to NSU football back to the field here at NSU. Stay with us because coming up, we're going to tell you about a secret place on campus.
Whether it's in the trailer, behind the camera, or on the air, NSU has a place for you. Learn the ins and outs of an ESPN broadcast while getting a full-fledged education in sports media or broadcast journalism. Northwestern State University, New Media, Journalism, and Communication Arts. Learn more at nsula.edu/newmedia.
Now to our reporter, my main man sitting to the left, Desmond Johnson, who takes us somewhere most students have never been and didn't know about. Desmond, what's up?
What's up, man? Have you ever wanted to a place on campus where you could sit, have a drink, have fun, and be able to bowl, well, look no further than here. We are about to take you back to the student union and what NSU had.
Let's see it.
Yep.
Back at it. Back with another abandoned place. A place that all students would agree on to have refurbished. It should be a sin to the Father that we had something like this that is just literally abandoned and thrown away. We have an interview with Caden, a student.
What's up, Caden?
Hey.
How would you feel like if we had a bowling alley with what it looks like a bar that you're behind?
Yeah, so apparently back in the day, we used to have a bar before, they outlawed having alcohol on campus. When it comes to the bowling alley, dude, I'm telling you, that would liven up, student activity on campus. There's not really a lot to do in the student union. Of course, we have the Gamers Guild or the Gamers Esports Lounge, but not everybody likes gaming. But this would have been a cool place to hang out.
So what do you think, like having something like this and having something like the esports? You think that'll kind of like?
Oh yeah, I think it'd find a happy.
Split the two up.
Yeah, I think there'd be like a happy medium. If there was both, like some people could float in from the Esports Lounge to here, people could be bowling, something like that. But or if you're like you get tired of bowling, like hey, we go play some video games, go to the Esports Lounge.
Or just come in here. What you think? Like chill in between classes and
dude.
just lounge and talk.
I don't know if you can see them in here because it's dark. There's a fuse busted, but there's a bunch of couches and chairs that used to be in here. I think it'd have been a really cool place to just lounge out.
Well, thank you, Caden, man.
Of course.
Shout out to Caden for giving me all access, VIP access, and everything. Appreciate you, Caden. You're the best. But yes, we're back at the assignment at hand. There's a lot of mold in here, a lot of places where they ripped up the bowling alley. And right here, you literally can see that they still have the items for the bar. It's just ridiculous. At least sell the valuables, you'll think. But it's NSU. They don't really have those type of funds like other schools, I guess. So we really can't have fun for real. But it's just used as a storage place, I guess now. Got a lot of Halloween stuff in here. They should at least use it as a movie because it looks really creepy. Got mirrors on the back and everything.
What's up, kid?
What's up, kid?
Did you know that this was here?
I didn't. This is a part I didn't know at all.
You think we should really revamp something like this?
Yes, I think we should. It'll give students, something to do and hang out and get to meet new people.
Did you never think something like this was in between Steak and Shake and the student union? It's really crazy they never tell us something like this, huh?
Yeah, this whole time been a Steak and Shake. I never knew it was an underground bowling alley.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
We have another view of the bar. It's just amazing that we had a bar on campus at a school like this. I just can't imagine something like that at this boring school. But if I had to tell a freshman what school to go to, I don't think I would say come to NSU, okay? It's just me personally, because I just don't think that they reinvest in us for on-campus things where we live. Take us into consideration.
As you can tell, I'm in another abandoned situation here on NSU's campus. And today I interviewed two of my friends, but right now I'm going to go in depth about what this room used to be. Right now I'm in an abandoned shoe room where you used to get your shoes, and I used to get your size, and I used to just come back here, get your shoes, and you go bowl. Now it's just nothing. It's abandoned, and I'm probably breathing in some type of mold, and I probably shouldn't be in here, but it is what it is. NSU, get your stuff together so we can have some fun on campus. Thank you.
This is Desmond Johnson, and this is Calm 2040.
By the way, the bowling alley is in the student union. Just to let you know, if you want to go see it. Back to you guys.
All right. Anybody interested in starting a BBB club? Bring back bowling and booze?
Oh gosh.
I'm glad I'm glad he said it. I thought he was talking about BBLs, all them B's.
Yeah, let me know and I'll be there.
Now that we are at the end of the semester, students are finally feeling like their dorm is home. Demon Digest reporter Jalea Joseph takes a fresh demons on a tour of NSU's creative dorms.
It's a fresh Saturday afternoon here at NSU, and some students decided to go home for the weekend, but most students decided to stay in their dorms. Why? Because their dorms is basically just a makeshift of their own room. Let's check out their demon dorm decor.
Right now it makes me feel at home because I have like my home things with me and stuff, so it does make me feel at home.
Before Jade's interview, she stated that she plans on having LED lights and a carpet for her room. The big question is, will it match the furriness?
Fresh demons all around campus have finally adjusted to their new dorms. Moving to somewhere new could be difficult, but these girls got it figured out.
This is Mariah's room, Jade's best friend. Now, they may have the same major and be friends, but they do differ in a whole lot of ways when it comes to their demon dorms.
My roommates are really nice. We have really good boundaries. I got everything I want in here. I don't want to leave, It's really comfortable. I put everything how I want it. So.
As this semester comes to an end, demons will be moving in and demons will be moving out. For Demon Digest, I'm Jalea Joseph.
Another option is bringing in tapestries and LED lights. That can definitely make your room feel just like home.
While many students anticipate the long-awaited music festival that is put on at the end of the spring semester, there are a few students who wait all year for it. Bands formed by students at NSU get the once-in-a-lifetime chance to play at Demon Fest alongside headliner artists. Our reporter Edward Hernandez explores the work that goes into getting these bands into the spotlight. Let's take a look.
Never know who'll show up.
KWD is one of many partners that help emerging artists on campus gain exposure. With events like Battle of the Bands and Demon Fest, students have the opportunity to play their music in front of fellow students and gain a following.
One of the main events that KWD does is Battle of the Bands, and that is an opportunity for student bands on campus to perform.
NSU's very own Seven Oaks stage is where the magic happens. This is where multiple on-campus bands and artists have shared their talents with their fellow demons. I'm currently here at NSU Seven Oaks stage, where we hold events and performances throughout the year. One of the most famous being Demon Fest, which is put on every spring by KWD. We contact world-famous artists to come perform for NSU students, and we also ask any local bands on campus to come and perform their music as well. We had Herman perform last year, and they opened up for Mariah the Scientist and Emotional Oranges, which was an amazing sight to see. You just had to be there. Students who attended Battle of the Bands last spring say it was an amazing event that exposed them to new music written by their peers.
When I went to Battle of the Bands last year, I knew several of the people who were in the bands, but I had never seen them perform like that. I had kind of heard of them here and there, but I'd never gotten to see them live. And it was really cool to see everybody come together like that and have such an amazing time on stage.
Thanks to the multiple events held on campus, students have an efficient way of spreading their talents locally. For Demon Digest, this is Edward Hernandez.
Don't forget to catch your favorite artists and fellow demons at this year's Demon Fest next spring.
Never know who'll show up, man. Hope gonna come.
Oh my gosh.
Stay with us. We will be right back, including a story about how sororities being helpful while recycling has taken a back seat at NSU.
Interesting stuff.
Doug here. Does anybody have any other questions?
How do students pick their true passion? Demon Digest reporter Ava Renee investigates the worlds of arts and science to learn how to make some major changes.
Majoring in the arts takes a lot more strength than you would think. Band director Anthony Purcell tells us that a degree in the arts takes critical thinking, good communication, and networking to be successful.
The arts have been a very fulfilling career for me for the last 28 years, and even prior to that, before I went to start my teaching career. I would encourage anyone who has a passion for creating art, whether that be visual or the performing arts from theater to music, to really sit down with somebody, explore those options, understand what their passions are, and see how those things can merge into a career, especially one that's not only going to pay the bills, but one that's fulfilling for your entire life.
Knowing that students in the arts have such a great support from their staff and in their learning, it can give these unsure students more of a security to chase their dreams.
You should do what makes you happy. I come from a major in nursing that I was really happy with, and there was things to keep me motivated, like job security, great pay, benefits, things, all great things. But I was still craving something more. There was still always something missing because I wasn't passionate about it. And ever since switching to communications, I've been able to show more of my personality and be myself and feel comfortable with myself. And I love it. And I am looking forward to getting into my career, unlike when I was in nursing. So the question honestly is finding a career that may be successful for you all about the money, or is it about you?
Now let's talk with some nursing faculty to see how life is in college for them.
I love working with students. I know where they come from, as I have 3 degrees in nursing, associates, bachelor, and master's. And I did have to work while I was going to school. So to me, the biggest reward is not the financial, it's the I got it moment that students can have if I do a good job.
There's a passion in this world for everyone. It's just your job to find it. For NSU TV, this is Avery Renee, and as always,
Fork 'em Demons.
Checking with the registrar, we learned that many students change their majors each year.
Yeah, dude.
I've
noticed that. I've never changed it.
I've changed mine.
What did you change it? What were you originally?
I was trying to be a physical therapist, but that didn't quite work out for me.
Hey, it happens.
Now look where we're at.
Yeah.
You know, Greeks on campus often have fundraising events for good causes. Our Demon Digest reporter, Victoria Rodriguez, got an inside look of how sororities on campus support the community.
Kaiser Brickway is very active today as students stop by the Phi Mu booth. Students can buy lemonade and all profit goes towards charity for children.
So I'm a member of Phi Mu here on campus. We're doing a lemonade stand to support St. Francis Cabrini Hospital in Alexandria. It's a Children's Miracle Network hospital. Basically, it's a nonprofit organization that helps families and kids who are sick. And we donate machines to the hospital, and we get to visit the hospital and the kids. And yeah.
They are selling a cup of lemonade for $1 from 9 to 12 on the Brickway. Not only is this lemonade delicious, but it's also supporting a great cause.
Our sororities at NSU love giving back to their community. Let's go see how Ariel gives back to her campus.
NSU's food pantry is a vital resource for a lot of our students. Students who are in need of resources like personal or food items can go to the food pantry and get them for free.
So I'm a member of Tri-Sig, and I like to volunteer at the food pantry at 11 on Wednesdays. It's just an opportunity for kids who can't go off campus, especially like the internationals, to get food that they want. And so I like to give back to my community and make sure that, I'm getting involved in campus.
The pantry was created by students who noticed their peers struggling with food insecurity. This is their way of giving back to campus. For Demon Digest, I'm Victoria Rodriguez.
The food pantry hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday, and then on Thursday at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. And be sure to look on Instagram and stay updated for when NSU fraternities and sororities host fundraising events. These can be really fun, so make sure you get on that gram.
Oh, yeah.
When is the last time you recycled?
Well, I really, there's no real spot at NSU where you can recycle.
Yeah, I know I can't recycle because I stay on campus. I don't really have that option.
Yeah. Mine was probably last time when I was back home in Australia, and it is, if you don't recycle, you get a fine. So it's a bit different compared to Natchitoches. I'd feel like a pretty hefty, like a few hundred Easily.
Jesus.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah. Australia don't play around.
Well, you know, we can't recycle on campus because we don't have any recycling. But our reporter, Caitlin LaRue, explores how her soccer team deals with plastics.
Come on, Rue.
Wastage that is used every away soccer trip is evident. Styrofoam, plastic, and paper is littered through every trip that the soccer team go on. Today we speak to people who are involved in NSU soccer on their perception on these habits, as well as what they think about the negative effects it has on our climate.
Yeah, I think it's tough because sometimes we get like to-go meals and we eat there. So like that's a little tough sometimes because we do go through a lot of like plastic bottles on the road, which is kind of ironic because I fill up our reusable plastic bottles and they don't get used as much as the throwaway plastic bottles. So I do find that a little bit interesting and something that we could maybe like work more to use our reusable bottles. Yeah, I mean, it definitely, like, we're a team of 30, but, like, to think about how many teams there are, like, soccer, let's just say women's soccer teams, like, in the United States, just as itself, like, how many people do the same thing that we do, like, that's a lot of plastic or waste of any sort of, like, styrofoam and stuff that could be, like, reduced by just reusing.
It was an interesting insight that Christina had, that we could save so much waste if we just reused. So today we asked the question on how much wastage we use for NSU soccer on away trips. As you can see by our answers, like, it's very apparent that the wastage is a problem. So we're going to try fix it in solutions to come. Sadly, this is a major problem within American culture. It is shown that this wastage is scattered through people's everyday lives.
If we eat in restaurants, we get to get away, which is everything's plastic. I think we waste a lot of plastic, like we only drink water bottles that are plastic for 4 days. Then we have these cups where we put the snacks, plus all the snacks, that all the snacks come on plastic. And then we don't eat in restaurants, and even if we eat in restaurants, we get to get away, which is everything's plastic.
This question was asked to people in NSU soccer to gain a better insight on the wastage and to gain the perspective from people who are on these trips. And for Com224, I'm Caitlin LaRue, and I hope you enjoyed the video. It definitely should be way easier to recycle in Natchitoches. But that is it for this edition for our Demon Digest. Thank you for tuning in.